Hi guys, good afternoon. Welcome back. Welcome to Lunar Empress. Welcome back, guys. Guys, I hope all is well with you. If you're new on the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And you can also make a comment because the topic that I'm going to discuss today, guys, is something that I know that happened to a lot of us, and it's something very hurtful, and it could be very personal too. I was reflecting on it because I had someone call me and we was talking about it. Have you ever had like a family member or a friend, somebody very close to you, and you sense that this person have some type of jealousy against you, and you never know that this person jealous you, but they give you signs that not even they know that you can notice it. For instance, like um, they become very sarcastic, or they would give you a compliment, but behind the compliment is always a mean thought or something not very nice, or as I say, sarcasm. And they always complimenting you like it's forced. It doesn't comes out naturally. And they always tell you they love you, especially if it's family, and they have your back. But then you get these feelings that something is not right. It makes you feel like even though they have more than you and they see you trying to accomplish something, they're trying to bring you down because they don't want you to have anything. They want you to be less than them. And these are family that hate to see you succeed. They come to your house, they look at every corner and see what you have, and then they go buy it, or they want to have the same thing. That's a red sign there. That's a sign of jealousy. For instance, I have an incident like that, and this is someone. Actually, it's three people, very very close to me, and I notice it's always the females one. You might have some males that act out, but it's mostly the females one. And these are people that are very close to you. One of them, she used to call me all the time. Every minute she talking, and she be asking me questions. But I suspect that I'm saying to myself, is she privately competing with me? Because I didn't even have in my mind that there was a competition, because there's nothing that I have to compete with. As a matter of fact, I would say she have more accomplishment than I have. So what is there to compete? But sometimes that's how jealousy is. Sometimes those jealous people see the littlest thing that you have. They want to have it, or they don't want you to have it. And people with jealousy for smallest thing. It could be your waist, your bubbly personality, you being happy, maybe your marriage that you're married for a long time, or your husband is being with you, because they don't want to see you happy. And they want to see your life being dragged through the mud. And if they see you dragging through the mud and you struggling, and your marriage is bad and your kids are struggling, they're happy for that. Really, they're happy. And you would see them, they're rejoicing and they want to help you. But internally, you can sense that they're happy for your downfall. And I had one very personally. She would call, and every week she and her husband would call, and it never failed. The husband always throwing shots, throwing sarcasm, and always comparing where he lived, and telling me that where he lived is better than where I live, and where I live is like the ghetto. And I'm like, but why is he saying that? Because where I live is not really like that, because everywhere you go, you have a little bit of everything, and where I live is not really like that. But I say, what is this? Even though they know it's not like that, the jealous person always want to feel that they're above you in some way. It doesn't matter. And the fact that he keeps telling me that, and he was telling me that, he was competing with me, you know. And then she would ask you diplomatically, trying to get into your business and asking you diplomatically certain things. She was never questioning me. The husband would question you from A to Z, One time the husband said to me, I was shocked for him to even say that. He's like, we was talking about health stuff and weight gain and everything. And both of them was on the phone. And he comes out and said to me, I hope you don't mind. May I ask you how much you weigh? I was like, that's something a man should never ask a woman. That's something very personal for a woman. So why is a man asking me that, you as a man asking me that? That's none of your concern how much I weigh. And if I want to tell you how much I weigh, it's up to me. But that's so disrespectful to ask me how much I weigh. And it never stopped. One time she told they both was on the phone because every time, and it was every Sunday they called. And it's so funny because earlier in the relationship, because it's someone that I grew up with and is a very close family member. I never felt this way because I always praised her and I was always happy for her and I see her as a sister. But something happened in my life that I lost someone personal in my life. And I noticed the switch within her and her husband. And when this person was in here, they felt that I wasn't strong enough to defend myself. So they would call me every Sunday and start with the sarcasm or the sarcastic joke. And there was never no support now. They would be saying things to hurt my feelings and questioning me if I want to continue living there. When am I planning to move? How am I making out in my life? All these personal things. And I'm like, but why are you asking me this? Because I don't question you about your personal life. Why are you asking me this? And it was getting worse. And it's funny because every time they call, when I see the phone ring and I see their name, I was getting a bad, like it was something that was telling me, was giving me a bad feeling. I used to feel like cold, like my body used to feel like cold, like I never feel happy to pick up the phone to speak to them because it was coming through the phone that these were negative energy and it was so strong. And I said, but why would I feel like this? Because this person, I love her so much. But God was putting this for me to see that these people were not good for me. No good. No good. And then it got worse. They'll be calling me. And one day a situation happened with the family that we had to sort out certain things. And then I asked her a question because in relation to what we had to do. She chewed me up. When I tell you guys, she chewed me up from A to Z. And I like, what? That simple little question for all of that? She chewed me up and oh my goodness, it was, and I see where this, I said, but wait, where is this hostility coming from? Because if I did something to you in the past, I said, forgive me or let me know. But where all this hostility is coming from? And as a matter of fact, I helped her out more than she ever helped me. But the jealousy was so strong that they couldn't help me. And they saw that my life wasn't struggling, that I wasn't through the mud. And jealous people don't like to see you prosper. They don't like to see things good in your life. I'm not rich. I don't have more than anybody else. But whatever little I have, I make it work. And it was getting so bad when I tell you guys, the hostility was coming out in all ways. So I say, you know what? I cut them out of my life. I'm not going to have this type of energy around me. I don't want these people in my life, family or not family. They're not going to be in my life because these are dangerous people because they know your weakness. They know your mannerism. They know your personal, how to get you because they know you. They know what string to pull on you and they know if they say certain things, how it would hurt you. They know everything about you. I say, you know what? I have friends and I have better luck with friends than my own family. And not to say that friends can jealous you and do you harm, but friends are jealous from far and you can't deal with that. But when you have internal jealousy with people that is very close to you and very personal, is a very dangerous thing. Very, very dangerous. Because they're so obsessed that you're not having more than them that they would get to the point to hurt you. That's one incident. There's another incident. This same person have a sister, and this sister, we wasn't that cool at all, but we talk and everything is over the phone. And she would call and this and that, and we say hi and whatever. And one day she called me. This is another one that I don't mess with because they're all frustrated. They have childhood trauma, and they're very they're from young days. They're very competitors. They compete with everybody. They always want to have more than everybody else. So naturally, it falls back into the adult life, and they compete with people that don't have nothing to do with them because they don't want to see nobody have more than them. They want people to be beneath them, and they want to treat people like they're better than them. But the sister called, and she be calling and talking, and one day she starts saying things. You imagine somebody talking to you about you? That's so disrespectful. Talking to me about me, and talking about my siblings and all my siblings this and all you this, and I'm like, you don't respect me. In my mind, I'm saying this. This woman doesn't respect me because, you call in my house to tell me all these things because you have childhood trauma and things didn't go well in your life, and your parents didn't do you right, and you jealous of the happiness that my parents give me, and all these years that it projected through my life, and you compare your life with your parents. So this is coming through in adulthood. And she still hold that grudge because every time she speak to me, she keep telling me how she didn't have good parents and this and that, and she wasn't lucky, and why God didn't give her good parents. And then she started telling me about me and my parents. What that have to do with you and your parents? My parents love me, and I love my parents. So why are you comparing yourself to my parents and me, the relationship that I have with my parents? No problem. So after that, I didn't answer her because I didn't want to get into a back and forth, because I don't like to argue with people and then my feelings get down. I try not to argue because I don't like argument. But anyway, one day she left a call on my phone, and she left a message, and she said, guys, listen to this. After that, the first incident that she told me that, all this and that, and my parents and all my siblings and me, and she was talking about me to me. I didn't respond. About a week after, she called, and she left a message on my phone, and she said she have a dream. She had a dream that one of her family members are sick, and she didn't know who it was. So she was calling to see if I'm okay. Now, why would you call me? You have my cell phone number, but you never call me on my house number. You didn't wait for me to pick up, but you left a message, a voice message saying that. So that showed that this person is not a good person, because you want to see me, my downfall. You want to see me deleted because in your mind, you don't know who it is, but even though you tell me all these things and you insulted me, a week later you call me and tell me you had a dream, and you know one of our family members is the dream. In your dream, one of the family members is sick, and she's trying to find out who it is, if I'm okay. I said, I didn't even answer to that, because that's another negative energy, negativity. And she have no good intention towards me. No good intention at all. Couple days after that, she starts sending me some message on my phone, like, those memes and all those little messages people send towards each other every day. Like, hello, how are you, God bless you. All these little messages. So I never respond to the messages, because after she spoke to me and she insulted me, talking to me about me, and telling me all these negative things without I even giving you a cause. After she started sending me those memes, and I still didn't respond. And guys, she called me. She couldn't hold herself. She couldn't resist herself to call me. She couldn't call me. And when she called me now, she was very, how I would put it. You could feel tension in her. She was very tense. And she was like, she left a message. She thinks she left a text message, But I didn't hear good what she said. And I said, you said you left a text. And she, I didn't even get to finish the word. She cut me off right away and rudely and aggressively demand me that I must listen to her and keep my mouth shut. Can you believe that disrespect? Like she was speaking to a child. And I say, excuse me, what? That's the way you speak to me? You called my house and demanding me that I must be quiet and listen to you? So she's like, oh, okay, I just called to see how is everything with you. But in any case, I'm not going to continue this conversation because I know it's not going to go good. Now, guys, you see, this is what I'm saying. And this is the disrespect that some of us have to go through with family members. We don't have to tolerate that kind of behavior. We don't. If a family member give you this kind of energy and treat you like that, cut them out your life. You don't need them in your life. Them disrespect you. Even back in the day when you used to live together and that's how they talk to you, let them know that you're not living in the same house together. You're not a child, you're an adult. And if you want to come with respect. But if you can't respect, and that's it. Done. Done. So that's it. And I know a lot of people go through this, especially and I know this is always female relatives. Always want to tell you and dictate how you should live your life. My friend tells me she have that same issue with her sisters because her sisters them is all the way how many miles away from where she lives. And they want to tell her how she should live her life with her husband that she's been married for so many years and how she should do this in her yard and why she's not posting this. That's not how you do it. I said, girl, you have time because a family can tell you what to do and they're not even in your life. They don't know what's going on between you and your husband. The audacity to get in your life and want to dictate and tell you how to live your life. So we have to go through this because it's our family, but we don't have to tolerate it. We don't have to, guys. Life is too short to make somebody come into your life and disrupt your peace, your sanity, and your peace of mind. You don't need that, And one thing I love is my peace. I tell my kids, don't make nobody disrespect you. If somebody disrespect you, put them in their place, cut them off. And that's how we're supposed to be because life is too short. And jealousy is something that if you can't see it in the beginning, eventually you will see it because the signs are always there. Always there. And I'm like, but why these people? I don't have nothing. I'm not rich. Whatever little I have, I just make it work. But I'm not a rich person. No. So what's the problem? But the fact that that's how jealous people are. They might have more than you, tons of more than you. They don't want to see you have it. They don't want to see you have anything. As long as you're struggling and they feel like you're beneath them, they'll be the happiest people. So, guys, I just wanted to come and mention this because I was reflecting on this. And I know a lot of people go through this. And the best thing to ask God to all these negative energy and all these things that come around you, just go away. And if anybody come with negativity or all that bad negative words or actions, cut them off. Live your life to the fullest and don't say too much and just keep moving on. And if you guys have the same experience with any friend or family, you can write it in a comment and I can respond and we can discuss it. So guys, I appreciate that you guys being here and listen to this because I know this is things that a lot of people go through and some people don't even know it's jealousy. They confuse it with something else. And sometimes they don't want to accept that it's jealousy from their family. But it is real. Family jealousy and probably more than other people because they know you. They see how you move. They know what type of personality you is and they know what string to pull on you. So don't let it get into you. Don't let it affect you. Just move on, cut them out your life, and bring positive energy in your life always. Put God first in everything you do. So guys, thanks for being there. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I see you guys in the next video. Bye.